sa video natin ngayon, we will solve this problem from the November 2024 CE Board Examination. Actually, isa ito sa mga pinaka-challenging na lumabas sa board exam. So mamaya, meron din akong ituturo na shortcut. So in our problem, we have two cylinders which are connected by a rigid curved rod, this one, parallel to the smooth cylindrical surface. Now in this problem, it is stated na we will neglect the diameter of the cylinders. So we have W1 equal to 750 newtons. Then W2 naman is equal to 420 newtons. Ayan. Then also given na this angle between these two lines is equal to 90 degrees. So this is perpendicular. Now this will be an important information later. Now for the first question, if the surfaces are frictionless daw, what is the value of angle alpha to maintain equilibrium or to achieve equilibrium? Now to solve this problem, medyo madali lang yan since walang influence ng friction. So what we will do here is we will just sum up moments about point O. Now, dito sa problem, merong radius na binigay, 6 meters, but hindi natin magagamit yan. Because essentially, in our calculation, the radius r will just cancel. So for letter A, simply sum up moments about point O equal to 0. Now, in taking moments about point O, we will essentially eliminate the normal forces. Diba, merong contact point yung cylinder dyan. Saka dito rin. So, essentially, we have normal forces. Ayan, acting perpendicular to this point of tangency. Saka dito rin. Ayan. Now, yung line of action nila, tatama sa gitna ng circle. Kapag meron ka kasing point of tangency, the normal reaction would be concurrent dito sa center. So, eliminated na yung normal forces. Essentially, we just have to consider the 750 Newton load and the 420 Newton load. So, looking at our figure, the 750 Newton load will cause a counterclockwise rotation about point O. Then, its moment arm will be this horizontal distance. Now, since we will neglect the diameter of the cylinders, let's just assume na yung cylinder, yung 750 newtons is andito siya. So, we can just assume a triangle here. Ayan, draw tayo ng triangle dyan, saka dito rin. Now, in this triangle, the hypotenuse is equal to r, then the angle of inclination with respect to the horizontal is alpha. Therefore, this horizontal distance would be equal to r cosine alpha. Ayan. Now, ito naman, this horizontal distance for this load, this would be equal to r, then cosine of the angle beta. Ayan. Now, yung 420 Newton load naman, this will cause a clockwise rotation about point O. So, we would have minus 750, then the moment arm is r cosine alpha, then plus 420 clockwise rotation multiplied by the moment arm, which is r cosine beta. Then we can equate this to 0. Move na lang natin na. Ayan. Equal 0. Now, since this is 90 degrees, then this total angle is 180 degrees for a straight line. Then alpha and beta would naturally be complementary angles. Or essentially, their sum would be equal to 90. Now, one important property of complementary angles is ito. If we have sine alpha and beta is complementary to it, then sine alpha would be equal to cosine beta. Ayan. Similarly, if we have sine beta, this is equal to cosine alpha if the angles are complementary. Lagay na lang natin na A and B, alpha and beta are complementary. Now, since we want the angle alpha, we can replace cosine beta by sine alpha. So, we would have rearrange na lang natin yung equation. We can move this sa right side ng equation para maging positive siya. So, we are left with 420 r, then cosine beta becomes sine alpha. then equals 750 r cosine alpha. Ayan. Magka-cancel yung r. Now, yung cosine alpha, i-divide ko na lang dito sa sine alpha. Since meron tayong identity para dyan. Sine alpha over cosine alpha is equal to tangent alpha. So, we have tangent alpha. So, we have sine alpha over cosine alpha equals 750. Tas, divide natin to sa 750. Ayan. So, we would have tangent alpha is equal to 750 divided by 420. So, taking the arctangent of both sides, makukuha natin yung alpha. We have arctan 750 divided by 420. So, we would get 60.751. So, this is now our answer for letter A. If the surfaces are frictionless, this is the value of alpha to maintain equilibrium. So, medyo madali lang yung problem 1. Now, yung mahirap sa board exam was actually the second and third questions. So, ito yung second question. Now, same figure pa rin, pero meron ng coefficient of friction. So, if it is 0.2 daw in the contacting surface, what is alpha to prevent rotation counterclockwise? So, we are interested in this movement. Counterclockwise movement. Ayan. So, we first have to draw the free body diagram. Sa point of contact ng cylinder, ayan, points of contact nila, meron tayong normal forces. Sabihin natin, this is point A, ito naman, point B. Ayan, this point. So, we have here NB. Now, if the movement is counterclockwise or essentially to the left, then our frictional force will oppose that motion. So, kapag paganyan, yung frictional force ditong banda would act paganyan, counteracting the direction of the movement. Then, dito naman, meron tayong frictional force na paganto yung reaction. Ayan. This is parallel to the tangent line. So, sabihin natin, this is F sub A. Tas ito naman, F sub B. Frictional force at B, frictional force at A. Now, to solve this problem efficiently, we can draw a force polygon involving the resultant reaction sa point na to, saka dito rin. Dalawang resultant reactions plus the weights, W1 and W2. Both acting vertical, so pwede natin silang i-connect. So, let us again project a vertical line from this point also here. Ayan. Then, diba, we know na merong resultant reaction yung normal force. Teka lang, wala pa palang label. Ayan. Merong resultant force yung normal reaction saka frictional force. Then, the resultant force would be at a certain angle from the normal force. So, ngayon, since the coefficient of friction is very small, then it's impossible na it will exceed this angle. Ayan. Normally, it will just act paganyan. Ito yung resultant force. Again, this is parang upward. Tapos, ito naman to the right of this inclined axis. So, ito yung inclination. Pag i-draw mo siya, parang ganyan. Then, our resultant is acting essentially upward and to the right of the rotated axis. Now, this is upward. Yung frictional force naman is to the right. So, ito yung orientation ng resultant natin. Emphasize na lang natin na resultant force yan. So, lagyan natin ng zigzag dyan. So, this is the resultant force R of NA and F sub A. Then, this angle going to N sub A is equal to phi. Phi is the angle of friction. So, yung value ng phi is equal to the arctangent of the coefficient of friction. Ayan, ito yung angle na yan. Now, you can solve this and you will see that it is very small. Arctangent, yung coefficient of friction 0.2, So this value is 11.31. Significantly lesser than the complementary angle of 60.75. So kaya andito yung resultant. Diyan siya mag-a-act. Hindi siya lalagpas sa vertical line na to. Now, at this point naman, we have F sub B and N sub B. This will define the rotated axis. So, this is acting parang upward sa rotated axis. Ito naman to the right. So, the resultant would naturally be located sa quadrant na to. So, sulat natin yan. We have this resultant force, R. Then, this is inclined at an angle phi going to the normal force, N sub B. Now, with this resultant 1 and resultant 2, and the two vertical forces, 750 and 420, we can draw our force polygon. So, summing up forces along Y, we have two downward forces, 750 and 420. Adding both, this would give us 1,170. So we have 1,170 acting downward. Ayan. Then, let's try to connect the second force. Let's start with this one. Yung naka-incline upward and to the right. So, this is again 1,170. So, connect natin yung tail niya going to the head from the head of the first force. So, parang ganito yan. Ito yung resultant R. Let's just say na this is R sub A. Tas ito naman R sub B. Ayan. R sub A. Then, from the head of this force, connect natin yung RB. In equilibrium yan. So, wala nang resultant. This will just terminate sa starting point. So, RB patungo dyan. Ayan. R sub B. Now, let me just modify the drawing since kapag ito yung direction ng RB, hindi siya nakascale. Remove ko na lang to. Ayan. So, yung gagawin natin, let us project a horizontal line sa point na to. Then, I will just assume na yung RB is located between this line and this one. Draw lang natin ulit. Ayan, this is RB. RB. Ayan. Then, we have angle phi going to the normal force. Now, let's just exaggerate the figure for a while lang. Mahigpit kasi yung inclination nito. RA saka RB. So, ngayon, let's try to analyze the angles. First, we have RA, this one. Then, let's try to check ano yung inclination niya from the vertical line. So, di ba, this angle is equal to alpha. Ayan. So, its complementary angle would be equal to beta. This one. This is the triangle we are considering. Bale, yung angle na to would be equal to beta. Ayan. So, beta yung buong angle na yan. If we will subtract phi, then we can obtain the angle with respect to the vertical line going to R sub A. Ayan, this one. Zoom in lang natin ha. Ayan. Total angle beta minus phi is equal to the remaining angle. So, ito yan. Beta minus phi. Then, dito naman, let's check kung ano yung inclination niya from the horizontal. Now, from the horizontal, this is equal to beta. Now, since alternate interior angles yan, ito. Ayan, this total angle is also equal to beta. So, the inclination from the horizontal of RB would be this remaining angle. Ayan. Now, that would be beta minus phi. Ayan. So, project tayo ng line dyan. horizontal, we have beta minus phi. Ayan. Now, with respect to the vertical naman, if we try to compute this angle, ayan, if this is beta, then this angle is equal to alpha. Ayan, I hope agree lang. We are considering this triangle. Beta, ito yung complement niya, alpha. So, the inclination of RB with respect to the vertical would be equal to alpha plus this angle phi. Ito yung angle na yan. Alpha plus phi. So, try to notice na itong dalawang angles na to, this one and this one, are complementary. If you will add both of the angles, we would have alpha plus beta because phi will cancel. Positive kasi yan, ito minus. Magka-cancel pag in-add natin yung dalawa. A plus phi saka B minus phi. Therefore, if these are complementary, equal to 90 degrees, then this angle pala would be a right angle. Diba? Complementary yung dalawang angles, so this would be equal to 90 degrees din. So what can we infer? And how can we use this information to solve RA and RB? Since alam natin that this is a right triangle, then we can use the sine and cosine functions to solve RA and RB. Now, since we know that this is a right triangle, we can use the hypotenuse 1170. Then let's just say na ito yung reference angle natin. So we would have sine alpha plus phi is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Yung opposite sa kanya ng reference angle na yan is RA. So RA divided by 1170. Then when using the cosine function naman, we will consider the adjacent side. So cosine alpha plus phi. Again, we are using alpha since this is our unknown. Hindi kasi beta yung hinahanap sa problem. What we are trying to find is alpha to prevent rotation counterclockwise daw. So this is equal to RB, adjacent sa kanya, then divided by 1170. Ayan. So by rearranging, we would have RB is equal to 1170 cosine alpha plus phi. Then RA naman is equal to 1170 sine of alpha plus phi. So yung gagawin natin next would be to sum up moments about point O using the following reactions. So summation of moments about the center, we have 750 causing a counterclockwise rotation about O. Let's just recall that this distance is r cosine alpha. Ito naman r cosine beta. R cosine alpha. But we know na yung cosine beta is equal to sine alpha. Diba? We can just change this one. Cosine beta, gawin nating sine alpha. So, lagay natin dyan r sine alpha. So, summation of moments about O, we have 750 then multiplied by r cosine alpha. Then yung RA, need natin siyang i-component. Let's get the component of RA which is acting perpendicular to this line so that we can apply the radius as the moment arm. So RA, then sine of phi, we can obtain essentially this component. Ganyan. So that's going to cause a clockwise rotation about point O. So we have RA sine phi multiplied by the radius. Ayan. Then itong RB naman, kunin natin yung perpendicular sa line na to, perpendicular na component niya. So we have this one. This will cause a clockwise rotation pa rin about point O. So to obtain this component, yan yung opposite sa triangle na to. Ayan, pag i-draw mo siya. So that would be RB sine phi. Ayan. Then multiplied by the radius r. Yung radius kasi yan yung perpendicular distance niya. Then finally, we have 420 newtons. This will cause a clockwise rotation about point O. So we have 420. Then the moment arm is r sine alpha. Again, galing yan sa cosine beta, but cosine beta is equal to sine alpha. R sine alpha. Equate natin to 0. Notice that all terms contain the radius r. So magka-cancel lang lahat. Ayan, r. Magka-cancel lahat ng r. So what we need to do now is just replace RA by 1170 sine alpha plus phi and also RB. Cosine alpha, then plus R sub A is equal to 1170 sine alpha plus phi. So ito yung RA, then wag mong kalimutan na meron pang sine phi. Then plus RB, yung RB is this one, cosine alpha plus phi. Then multiplied by sine phi plus 420 sine of alpha. Equal yan to 0. Now, since phi is equal to arctangent of the coefficient of friction, then this would be arctan of 0.2. Lagay na lang natin sa isang variable. Let's say, ilalagay ko siya sa letter C. So, arctangent of 0.2, shift store, lagay natin sa C. Ayan. But the actual value is 11.31. 11.31 degrees. So, input natin to sa calculators natin with this value of phi. Bale, lahat ng phi dyan, papalitan natin ng letter C since nakastore yan sa letter C. So, minus 750 cosine alpha. Alpha is our unknown. Then, plus 1170 sine alpha plus phi. So, x plus yung nakastore sa letter C multiplied by sine phi. So, recall C. Ayan. Plus 1170. Then, cosine alpha, our unknown. Plus, recall C ulit. Then, sine phi. Sine recall C. Then, we have 420 sine alpha. Alpha x. Ayan. Equate to 0. Then, solve natin yung value ng alpha. Now, we will assume an acute angle. Kasi imposible siyang maging greater than 90 degrees. So, the best value, calibration value is 45 degrees. Kasi yan yung gitna ng 0 saka 90. So, for x, lagyan natin ng 45. So, alpha pala is equal to 38.66 or 6598. 38.66 degrees. Ayan. Ito na yung sagot natin sa letter B. Now, for the last question, for the first case, we can just substitute 0.015 sa value na to instead of using 0.02. So, palitan ko na lang to. Lagyan natin ng 0.015. So, AC na lang. Ayan. Arctangent, then 0.015. Equals. So, the result is 0.859. Masyadong maliit yan. Then, shift store, lagay natin ulit sa C. So, let's just recalculate alpha. So, input mo na lang yan ulit. But, just some tip, sa board exam, just store arctangent of 0.015 and arctangent of 0.2 separately. Then, just use different variables. So that, if you have to replace the values, then papalitan mo lang yung variables. Hindi kagaya ng ginawa natin ngayon na nag-store tayo ulit, then we will input the equation. Masyado ng time consuming. Ayan. Solving alpha, we obtain a value of 59.15. Ayan. But this is assuming na yung movement is counterclockwise. So, essentially, hindi pa pala tayo sure if ito yung sagot natin. 59.15. We have to check the other condition. Now, the other condition is when the movement is clockwise instead of counterclockwise. If the movement is clockwise instead of counterclockwise, pag ganyan, then yung frictional force would be acting opposite sa ginawa natin kanina. So, pag ganyan yung movement, yung frictional force natin dyan would oppose the movement. Pag ganyan na. Tas dito rin. Pag ganyan yung frictional force. Ito yung F sub A, F sub B. The normal force, same lang din. But what would happen now is, iba na yung portion kung saan mag-act yung resultant. Diba kanina, it was in between this line and this line. But ngayon kasi, dito sa rotated axis, we have upward and to the left. So, it will act ditong banda. Pag ganyan. Sa rotated axis. Ito yung upward. Ito yung parang horizontal niya sa rotated. So, naturally, the resultant will act pag ganyan. Ito kasi yung NA, tas ito yung frictional force. Nasa gitna niya. So, this angle would be equal to phi. Then, ito yung resultant force natin. Ayan. Masyadong maliit yan na angle. So, this is phi. Yung na-solve natin na value ng phi is 0.859. So, imposible siyang lalagpas sa horizontal line na to. Then, for this portion naman, we have parang upward sa rotated axis and to the left. So, yung resultant force would act pa ganyan. Very close to N sub B. Ayan, since napakaliit ng angle. So, ito yung RB, ito naman yung RA. Then, this angle, from the normal force going to the resultant, this is equal to the angle of friction, phi. So, draw tayo ng force triangle ulit, referring to RA, RB, and the two vertical forces. So, we would have W. Total weight is 1,170, yung nakuha natin kanina. Then, let's connect RA. Pag ganyan yung RA, then extend natin to para ma-scale natin siya. Ayan. RA, tapos ito naman yung RB. Upward and to the right. Now, itong RA, this is inclined from the horizontal. Ito yung angle of inclination niya. Ayan. So, the question is, what is this angle? Diba, if this is alpha, then this angle is also equal to alpha. Ayan, interior angle yan. Silang dalawa. Alternate interior angles. Teka lang, meron palang mas maganda. Instead of using alpha, gagamitin ko na lang to. Kapag alpha yan, then this angle is equal to beta. So, this total angle, inclination ng RA from the vertical is equal to beta plus phi. Ayan. So, ito yan, from the vertical. Beta plus phi. Now, yung RB naman, with respect to the vertical, we can project a line here. Ayan. Let's project this vertical line. If this is equal to beta, then this angle here would be equal to alpha. Diba? Ito. Yung total angle na yan would be alpha. Ayan. This angle would be equal to alpha minus phi. Ayan. So, it would be this angle from RB patungo sa vertical line. Alpha minus phi. Now, adding both, magka-cancel yung phi. So, the total of these angles would be alpha plus beta, which are complementary. So, 90 degrees. Therefore, this remaining angle would also be 90 degrees din. Ayan. So, di ba same lang kanina na we have created a right triangle from the force polygon. Therefore, using alpha minus theta as our reference angle, we would have sine alpha minus phi is equal to RA over 1170 opposite over hypotenuse. Ayan, opposite hypotenuse. Then cosine alpha minus phi is equal to adjacent RB divided by the resultant force. I mean, resultant vertical force, 1170. Ayan. Now, essentially, we can just use the equation earlier, this one, for the summation of moments. Copy ko na lang. We can just copy this one. Now, what we have to change would be the signs of rotation. Same pa rin, yung sign na component niya, multiplying RB and RA by sign, makukuha natin yung perpendicular to the radius. So, what's going to change would be the rotations lang. Yung 750 will still cause a counterclockwise rotation about O. Yung 420 din will still cause a clockwise rotation about O. So, let's just retain the plus. But yung RA will now cause a counterclockwise rotation about O as well as RB. So, ito lang yung magbabago. Magiging minus na yan, tas ito rin, minus. Palitan na lang natin yung signs. But also take note na we are now using alpha minus phi instead of alpha plus phi as we used earlier. So, also replace this one by minus, tas ito rin, minus. Now, yung value ng phi naka-stored na sa letter C. So, input natin ulit. 750 cosine alpha, yan yung ano natin. Then, 1170, instead of x plus c, magiging x minus c. Then, ito rin, minus din yan. Cosine x minus c. Then, sin c, 420 sin x. Ayan. So, solving the value of alpha, set natin to 45, we would get 60.34 or 60.33. Teka lang medyo may discrepancy sa value. Ano yan? 420 sin alpha. Double check ko na lang. For a while. Ito pala. Hindi ko napalitan yung sign. Instead of plus, this is minus 1170. Ayan. Minus. So, solving ulit, set natin to 45. We would get 62.338. Now, the question is, which of the following is the value of alpha to impend motion? Now, meron tayong dalawang values for the two conditions. Either yung movement is to the right, yung isa naman is to the left. Now, if the movement is clockwise, we have 62.338. Yung kanina naman is 59.15. So, the value of alpha we will pick to impend motion would be the lesser value. So, our final answer would be 59.15 degrees. Ayan. Now, I mentioned earlier na meron akong ituturo sa inyo na shortcut. But essentially, hindi siya shortcut since para na siyang formula-based. For this type of problem lang na this is 90 degrees. Tas yung dalawang angles na yan are complementary. So, ito yung pwede mong gawin. First, get the average of the two weights, 750 saka 420. Plus 420. Divide natin by 2. This will give us 585. Then also get the average of the difference of these two forces. So we have 750 minus 420. Then divided by 2. This would give us 165. Now, for the counterclockwise rotation, we can use this value. Kopyahin mo na lang na 585. Then, this would be sine of 2 phi 2 phi plus alpha minus cosine 2 phi plus alpha. Ayan, sine saka cosine lang. Then the inside angle would be 2 phi plus alpha sa dalawang terms. Then we will subtract this one. Wait lang. We will subtract 165. Then sine A, sine alpha plus cosine alpha. Ito na yung total rotation niya. Just set this one to 0. Then let's solve alpha. Equal to 0. So we can try this sa calculator natin. Ayan. So we would have 585, then naka-parenthesis yan, sine 2 phi, naka-store yan sa letter C, then plus alpha minus cosine 2 phi plus alpha, then minus 165 multiplied by sine alpha plus cosine alpha. Ayan. Equate to 0. Teka lang, merong parenthesis dyan. Dapat. Solving x, we would get 59.15. Ayan. So, ito yung shortcut para sa angle alpha. Now, yung dapat mo lang tandaan is this term will still remain sa clockwise na rotation. But ito, magpapalitan yung signs. Diba? This is essentially positive yan. Plus, plus, minus, plus. For the clockwise rotation, just replace the signs with their opposites. Bale, sa clockwise rotation, clockwise, we have 585 plus yan galing, magiging minus na. Then, sine 2 phi, this will become minus alpha, then magiging plus na yan, plus, then cosine 2 phi minus alpha, then minus this term. Same pa rin yan, essentially just copy the second term. Ayan. So yung papalitan na lang natin would be the signs. Ito, minus, then 2c minus x, tapos plus cosine 2c, ito magiging minus na yan, then wag mong palitan yan, same pa rin yan. Shift solve, solving the value of x for clockwise direction, assuming na clockwise yung movement, we would get 62.34. Same lang kanina. 62.34 degrees. Ayan. Sige, so, again, get the average of the two forces. Then next, yung average ng difference nila. Ayan. Tapos, yun yung gagamitin mong values dyan. Ito, 585, tas 165. Then, just remember this formula. Sine 2 phi plus alpha minus cos 2 phi plus alpha minus this term. Then, if you want the clockwise rotation, just change the signs sa expression na to. But ito, hindi siya magbabago. Constant lang yan. Sige, so, I hope nakatulong yan. Then, perhaps, kapag babalik yung problem na to, and then, same yung nature ng problem, then, you can apply this shortcut formula.
Thank you.